I've been spending 3 hours trying to make this video, so no matter how this comes out, this is the final production, the final edit. This is making the cut, because I'm not making this video again. So however this comes out, whatever. If you don't have time to watch this video, or if I get too confusing with this video, because I don't know what direction I'm going to go in, the point is that there's been resolution. I have agreed with the enemy that things are no longer going to be furthered. Stay out of my backyard, I'll stay out of your backyard. We don't have to like each other. That's the end result of this whole thing. That's the conclusion. No more fighting. Let's get back to just making videos, whatever. All right, so if you don't have time for the rest of the video, that's the point of this video. But I want to talk about three things. Well, there's three things that I want to talk in detail about. E-begging, because that's obviously a topic for discussion lately. I want to talk about trolls, and I want to talk about hyenas. All three of those terms are extremely vaguely used as well as loosely defined. And that's been the biggest problem here. Totally the reason why everyone's fighting with each other, okay? Before I get into that, let me talk more about the hyenas. There's two hyenas that got kicked out of their group or left, whatever. I really don't care for the details. The point is that there was a lot of fighting within their own group, and that's what started this whole thing and the trolling to me. Ultimately, I got very serious threats from people, serious threats of losing my account, losing my job in my real life, okay, affecting me, Jeff Smith, reality. Not just computer stuff. It's not just simple fun. A lot of people are taking this very lightly. Oh, it's just the internet. What do you care what people think? I'm talking about this affects my life. So that's why it was so serious to me. All right? The problem is that those people are hyenas, but I can't even define if they're part of the group of guys that I know. Because I know hyenas who are actually good people. There's hyenas who I subscribe to and still watch their videos. How can that possibly be? These people are trying to ruin your life. The problem comes down to the definition of a hyena. Okay? And more problems come down to the definition of trolls in general, as well as e-begging, which I'll talk about in a second. But as far as the hyenas go, a lot of it's miscommunication. There could be one huge jerk out there who's seriously twisted and mentally ill, and they're trying to hurt people, physically hurt people, hurt their livelihood, hurt their relationship between their wife and and husband or kids or whatever. Serious, twisted stuff. Those people can say, hey, I'm a hyena. So what happens? We all get mad at the hyenas as a group. It's like, imagine you belong to a club of any kind. Someone in your club kills someone. Does that mean you committed murder? No. Of course not. Does that mean you're guilty by association? That's up into interpretation. Everyone has a different opinion on that. A lot of people would argue the fact that no, of course not. Just because you're in the same group has nothing to do with that. And this is why I understand why the hyenas were so pissed off at me. Because someone did something really bad. There's actually multiple people who did something really, really bad that physically threatened me. And I got pissed at all the hyenas in general just because of the fact that these people call themselves hyenas. But truthfully, I can't take shots in the dark. It's not fair to the hyenas. It's not fair to me. And it's certainly not fair to you as the viewers. No one, as I already mentioned, no one will ever know the facts. It's impossible. There's way too much stuff going on. This is literally years in the making. So all I can conclude is that, hey, we don't have to like each other, but we certainly have to respect to leave each other the hell alone. Don't mess with me, I won't mess with you policy. And that sticks true and true. In addition to that, I want to say I'm extremely, extremely sorry for anything I've ever said that was negative to anyone on YouTube ever. And I can tell you from the bottom of my heart, from the pit of my soul, that if I've ever said anything bad about anyone, it's in retaliation, it's in defense. I've never once said, hey, this guy's a jerk, or hey, I don't like that person, for no reason. There's always a reason behind it. But I really thought about that. I gave that a lot of thought. And I thought, wait a minute. If I feel like that, I'm sure that some of these trolls, some of these, hyenas, they feel the same way. They're giving me shit. They're throwing stuff at me because they're being on the defensive too. I'm attacking them as a group. When in reality, I should be attacking individuals. It's just my problem that I don't know which individuals are doing what. That's not fair to anyone, including you, the viewer. So enough is enough. It's done with. On an ironic twist of things, shit hit the fan here on YouTube. We're all talking about, were you ready for it? Did you break out your MREs? You get your flashlight? Well, shit hit the fan. And I'm here with a big-ass mop, and I'm trying to clean it up. So please help me out. And please try to stay neutral. You don't have to be positive. You don't have to smile at people you don't like. You don't have to converse with people you don't like. All I'm asking is that from now on, including myself, you don't go above and beyond to hurt people's feelings. You don't go above and beyond to hurt people's channels. You leave it alone. You stay neutral. You don't have to be happy, but you have to be neutral out of respect for other people as human beings. Do your thing, enjoy it, enjoy people who enjoy you, and that's it. Don't make fun of people, don't attack people for no reason, that kind of a thing. Another problem that fueled this whole fire is cliques and groups and gang. It's like the internet Crips against the internet Bloods, and hey, that's my friend, you don't call him a jerk, and boo-hoo to you, and that's silly too, but of course that certainly played a role. Everyone has their loyalty to their friends on the internet. And when you see your friend get made fun of, you want to stand up in front of them and say, hey, cut the crap. This is my friend. And that complicates things quite a bit when you're talking about millions of people. A lot of little groups going on out there, a lot of fighting. So I'm admitting that in some cases I was wrong. I admit that. I'm never above admitting when I'm wrong. I try not to make the same mistakes over and over again. One of the mistakes that I do make over and over again is succumbing to the negativity and fighting fire with fire. The last video, not the last video I did, but the video I did, it said extremely important, and I was talking about the hyenas and how I was upset. That video is extremely embarrassing to me. All right, I stoop down to a level. I have an extremely, extremely dark side in me that no one ever sees, and I don't hope no one ever does. And I try to suppress that. I'm a happy, good person. All that evil has been built up my entire life, and I'm afraid if it gets unleashed, it's going to be horrible. It'll certainly affect my life. But I did the wrong thing, and I fought fire with fire, and I stooped to their level. Not the hyenas in general, but the people specifically who were attacking me. And I just wanted to give a big F you because that's what I got, And that was wrong. And I was honestly, I'm extremely embarrassed at my behavior and for cursing like that. I'm an adult. In my real life, I curse. I don't do it often. Either it's because I'm really upset, or a lot of times when I'm cursing, it's because it makes something funnier. If I'm saying something funny, and occasionally, just in context, it makes it funnier for some reason. Like if you see me in the street, you may hear a curse out of me every now and then, but honestly, it's pretty rare. And I've made it a habit of mine to never curse on my channel. And when I did, people were like, "Whoa, no, not Jeff." It was a disappointment for a lot of people, and that's embarrassing to me. I can't believe I did that. That's horrible, and I'm sorry for that. So that video was deleted. 2 reasons. Well, it wasn't deleted yet. It was put on private because apparently I'm having trouble getting to my video manager right now. I don't know if all you guys are having trouble with that or not, but I'll delete it as soon as I'm able to. Right now it's just set on private, so no new people who don't know anything about this, who haven't been on YouTube for a couple days, they come on and go, "Hey, what's the deal, man? Went to get a piece of chicken, came back, everyone's arguing. What's up?" No, I don't want people to get involved who don't even know what's going on. So anyway, that video has been put on private, and that will be gone because, first of all, I had all my aggression towards the hyenas, and some of them are my friends. They've always been my friends, like Tex Grebner, honestly. And some people will say, no, he's talking behind your back. You know what? I've never been a perfect person. I used to talk text all the time on the phone, and I lost my phone. Not like literally lost. I lost having a phone. I have no phone right now. I had a work phone for a long time, but I couldn't use it for personal calls, so I stopped calling text. Maybe that upset him. Whatever. We recently talked through the computer, and I was able to get a chance to say hey to him. I feel bad for not being able to talk to certain people. There's a lot of people I don't talk to anymore because of that, because I don't have access to like a phone. Regardless, I'm sure he talks some smack about me behind my back. That's okay. It's about forgiving and forgetting. He's been my friend. He's been there for me. Sometimes people, they get off track or whatever. But the point I'm trying to make is he is a hyena. I subscribe to his channel. I watch every one of his videos. Sometimes they suck. Sometimes my videos suck. But people still watch me, You can't label people. And this is getting to the next part of this video, is that the word or term hyena is too vague. Okay? Tex is a hyena. As far as I know, he's never hurt a fly. All right? It's not fair to group him with the same people who are extremely, extremely destructive Okay, and at the same time, there's certain people I've been waving my finger at lately and pointing my finger at that may have nothing to do with this at all. I don't know. I'll never know. So it's too loose a term. Some people call themselves hyenas. They don't do anything wrong. Other people call themselves hyenas, and they're really not part of that hyena pack. They're just imposters. They're fakes. So that's not fair as a group to say that they're in trouble or they're to blame for this. Okay, so that's bullcrap. Let's talk a little bit about the e-begging. It's the same thing. One person's definition of e-begging is completely different than another person's definition of e-begging. Okay? Let me give two examples. Over here you have a rich guy. I mean, just loaded. You know, he's wearing suits and stuff on his channel and just millions and millions of dollars. And he says, hey, you know what? Why don't you guys give me some money? Because, you know, I got these gold cufflinks and they're really nice and everything, but I really want platinum ones. So why don't you give me some money? That's a form of e-begging. Okay? Now, a lot of people, like myself, have the argument, I don't like that guy, but guess what? I don't really care. I'm not going to give him my money, but I'm not going to get mad at him for asking for money. That's one perspective. Another perspective for that same rich guy is that guy is evil, and we need to bring him down because he's a horrible person. You know, that's completely different. I was talking about e-begging and terms, okay? A lot of the arguments come from people like, you know, you're an e-beggar. No, you're an e-beggar. The biggest thing for me was how can you compare e-begging to the Wounded Warriors Project or charities in general? Charities are, you know, helping good people. E-begging is bad people. That's where the problem happens here, is the communication and the definition of e-begging. What does e-begging mean? Do you even know? Did someone specifically say, hey, you, let me tell you about e-begging. This is what it means. Here's the definitive answer to what e-begging means, the definition. No one ever did that. Everyone has their own idea of what e-begging is, as well as what a hyena is, as well as what a troll is. There's many different levels, many variations, many shades of this color, okay? In the case of e-begging, you have someone who's asking for money who really, really needs it and has no other option, okay? That's one e-beggar. You have another e-beggar who's asking for money who really doesn't need it. Then you have an e-beggar, completely different than the first two, who's scamming someone, who's asking for money for something for a really good cause, but that really good cause doesn't exist. I.e., hey guys, you know, my dog needs an operation. I don't have any money. Please help me out. I love my dog, you know. Turns out you give him money, but guess what? Dog's fine. He doesn't need an operation. That's a scam artist. Now, that kind of person is a son of a bitch. And I think they did a big smack in the head, and everyone needs to expose that person and say, don't give your money to this person because it's not going to what you think it is. Now, that being said, I originally compared e-begging to charities in general was my purpose. Not the Wounded Warriors Project, but charities in general, abroad. And what are charities? A bunch of variations on things. Some charities are non-profitable. Some charities people make money. Some charities, you know, 100% of the money or proceeds go to those people or whatever's in need. Some charities, you know, every dollar you send, 2 cents goes to the cause. There's so much variation on things, you can't possibly group it all together. So e-begging is a very loose term, and I think that there's so much miscommunication between what people think an e-beggar is that it's causing arguments, obviously. All right, and as far as trolls and hyenas, same deal. There's hyenas that are completely innocent, awesome, great guys. They call themselves hyenas because they want to be part of the group or whatever. They have fun with these guys, but they're innocent. There's other hyenas who are jerk-offs, but you can't define which one's which, so it's not fair to call everyone a hyena, you know, or to use the word so loosely so that your interpretation may be different than someone else's. That's not fair. That causes arguments, obviously. And lastly, trolls. It's no different. There's harmless trolls. There's serious trolls. There's really annoying trolls that are like at every single video giving you a thumbs down every single day. It's their job to do it. And then there's someone who's just having, a beautiful, wonderful person who's just having a bad day. And they wrote one bad comment, and all of a sudden they're a troll. There's such extreme variations in all these terms. I want you guys to really think about what they mean to you, and at least accept and understand that other people have a different idea of what these things mean. And that's why we're all fighting over it. It's stupid. We don't need to fight over it anymore. I've said my piece. I can make a 16, 17-hour video, but it's all for the same purpose. I think I've made all my points. Right now, everything hopefully is just going to calm down. The dust will settle from this internet shit hit the fan, I'm going to clean up my little corner, get the poop off my floor. Hopefully you clean up your side, and we'll all get back to business and making videos and enjoying our hobbies and talking with each other and laughing and smiling and occasionally yelling at each other because someone wrote first comment, or used some stupid thing like, that's what she said, or arrow to the knee. That's the bickering I want back. That's the arguments I want back. You son of a bitch, you didn't even watch the video. How can you possibly have said first comment? How could you have said you liked the video? It's 17 minutes long, and it's only been up for 2.5 minutes. That's what I want to hear. That's the arguments I want to see. So please, I beg everyone, I'm giving this my all. Please, let's get back to what it was. No, it's not going to be perfect. No, it never was perfect. It never will be perfect. But I want to take a second here because I had a thought come to my mind, and I was going to make a separate video, but I might as well add it in this one. I want to say something. Is that YouTube changed my life. A lot of people don't, like when I say like this is my life, they don't understand. They think, what a loser, doesn't go outside or something. That's not really what I mean. YouTube allowed me financially to move out of my home, move away from my parents, my family, start my life. YouTube allowed that for me. That's amazing. It got me on my own, okay? However, I truly, truly wish that there was never money involved with YouTube at all, because it's changed so much and it's caused so many problems. Like, I'm so grateful for the situation because how it's helped me to start my life, and I completely changed as a person. Completely. Physically, emotionally, mentally, the way I think, everything has changed because of YouTube. That's allowed me. That's a specific situation where I was able to benefit from that in every format of my life. But I honestly wish that money wasn't involved at all, because it complicates things. There's opportunity, but unfortunately where there's money, there's big business, there's corporate crap. It rolls in and unfortunately leaves a bad taste in everyone's mouth. Money creates jealousy. It creates backstabbing. It creates ulterior motives. And everything bad in life eventually comes back to money. Think about it. Any bad situation at all, it's greed and usually money. That's unfortunate, because I remember before there was money on YouTube at all, before big companies came to YouTube and started making videos, everyone had a ball all the time. There was barely any fights ever. And if there were, they'd be like, I was just kidding. They really weren't that serious. And then things started to grow, and as YouTube grew as a website, a lot of companies said, hey, there's millions of people there. Let's get over there, make some money. And then it throws a wrench in the gears, and everything just goes to crap. So in our own community, the shit hit the fan. Got messy. Let's clean it up. That's all. That's all I'm going to say. And from this point on, I am going to try not to curse in my videos anymore, because it's personally embarrassing to me. If one slips out every now and then, the taboo is over. You've heard me curse. Big whoopee now. But I'm going to try not to. It's not part of my personality to purposely curse or anything, or be profane in any manner. So that's it. Hopefully I got my points across here. I'm fine with the hyenas. That's fine. I have my friends online. You guys show me so much, just so much respect and so much support. It's ridiculous. I can't, every day, I can't tell you how many messages I got. Like, oh, I never comment, but hang in there, hold your head up, all that stuff. It really, really helps. If I didn't have you guys to do that and cheer me up and try to make things better, I would have folded. I would have gave up. I would have just quit, and that's it. But I don't want to. I like making videos. I do. I really do. And you know what? Some of you guys are going to say, no, not another hot sauce video. Or please, not another Zippo video. A gun video? I know you guys are waiting so long for the gun videos. I promise I'll have some gun stuff soon. I really do. That's a promise. I don't know when, but I hope it can happen soon. But yeah, there's all different reasons you may watch my channel. You may watch my channel for the ranting. You may watch my channel because you just like me and you want to wait for me to say something stupid just so you can rub it in my face. It doesn't matter. I'm appreciative for the good I have, and there's a lot of good people out there, and I'll leave it at that. So sometimes when something starts to get heated, try to step back just for a second. And I'm talking to myself here too, because I'm guilty of this. Step back for a second, understand where it's coming from, why the person might be saying that, and once you get a better understanding as to why, then react from there on in. That's all. Don't draw conclusions yourself. Don't make assumptions of anything, because the truth is so foggy on the internet. It's ridiculous. It's hard. And I've been arguing with some really nice people, and I feel ashamed for that, because it's all a misunderstanding. That's all it was. Completely a misunderstanding. So I'm sorry for that. Hopefully we can get back on board. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you soon at a completely unrelated video. Hopefully showing a cool knife. Take care.